Welcome to Business Digest. Today we are talking manufacturing, an industry that is key to job creation and economic growth. Our guest today is an entrepreneur who didn't wait for opportunities to be created for him, but instead created opportunities with his business of detergent cleaning. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. Kindly introduce yourself.
Good day, Pauline, and good day to your listeners. My name is Thabo Mosipi. I'm the director of LiftHub, which is a cleaning detergents manufacturing company. We are currently based in Block 3 Industrial Makaburun.
Okay. What inspired you to venture into this business?
Okay. Before I started the business, I was in the corporate world. And in the corporate world, I was in the ESCO level. So quite interestingly, I observed how long it took for the young people to ascend through the ladder, and then the struggles that they had to face. And on the other hand, I know there was always this song about unemployment. And maybe in the corporate world, and also having to hear about this whole song about unemployment from our government, there was always that thing about me that's always said, you need to step out. You need now to get out of the boardroom, try create something with the fellow unemployed youth in the streets. Okay. So that's basically what got me to be here. Okay,
back to LiftHub. What products you produce and how long have you been in the industry?
Quite interestingly, this week of the 15th October is actually our 1-year anniversary. So we have been around for exactly a year. So in terms of our product range, we manufacture cleaning detergents, as I said, both for domestic and industrial use. In terms of your dishwasher, ammoniated cream, your tile cleaner, your window cleaner, your sanitizer and the like. And then in terms of industrial, we have your degreaser, we have your bleach, your thick bleach that is mostly used by laundries and hotels. Yes.
Okay. So how has the reception been?
Our sales reception has been good, both from the industrial space and from the individuals, because at where we are already in this year, we've been able to do business with the government. We've been able to do business with parastatals. We've been able to do business with the private sector. We have also been able to do business with individuals. We actually do have individual customers that have tended to be loyal customers that actually procure these cleaning detergents from us from month to month.
Okay. Was this business self-funded or you got funding from somewhere?
The business was 100% self-funded from start to where we are currently. I don't know, we'll probably talk about it a bit later, but accessing funding has been one of our biggest challenges. So we've been trying to put together the little that we get and get it off the ground to where it is today.
Okay. Where do you source your raw materials?
The raw materials, mostly we source them, I'll say, locally. Though some are from South Africa. It's actually quite cheaper to source raw materials across the border as opposed to locally, because majority of guys that actually even sell the raw materials here, they source them from South Africa and put that markup. But because of certain factors, sometimes we are unable to procure from South Africa and we're forced to procure locally, which is a bit expensive, which is yet another challenge as well.
So talking about challenges, maybe can you touch on some of the challenges that you currently face in your business?
Yes, like I said, the first challenge, as I said earlier, is the funding. Because this business of manufacturing raw materials, obviously you need to have certain machinery, certain equipment to meet certain standards. But currently, in terms of the machinery that we have, we currently run with the bare minimum. Like we only have the manufacturing equipment, but remember there's also packaging, there is branding. So as things stand, we don't have the packaging equipment, we don't have the brand equipment. That means we are unable to automate, and because we are unable to automate, that automatically affects our production levels. So in terms of now having to meet client demands, we sometimes have clients that order big quantities, and because of the capacity that is being affected by the type of machinery that we have, we are sometimes unable to satisfy those demands. That is the first challenge. The second challenge, again, is still underfunding Currently, Live Hub, we run with a total of about 5 full-time staff. We have about 3 locum staff. Obviously, this staff needs to be paid, which also goes back to issue of funds. So if it's a month that we didn't make enough business, obviously there's always going to be that cash flow challenge in terms of paying salaries, in terms of paying your rental, because where we are currently renting, and any other issues that are cash flow related. Besides that, there's also the issue around market access, especially if you look at when you look at the products that are aimed at satisfying the domestic market. Majority of our customers, they actually believe in buying products from your retail stores. So getting our products into the retail stores has been another challenge that we have been facing. One, from your compliance issue. Like right now, certain products, they need to be registered with your BOPs, which is quite pricey, is quite hefty. So some products, we haven't been able to register them with BOPs because of the cost issue. And because of that, certain retail shops, they do not accept those products. And then also, in terms of the retail market, the other issue has been the pricing issue, in terms of us placing them what they're going to offer to us.
Okay.
Yeah, the breaking margins has been way too low.
Okay, I'm going to have to stop you there. We're going for a quick commercial break. When you come back, we'll continue our conversation with Thabo.
For more than 50 years, Debswana's success has been the result of a solid and enduring partnership between the Botswana government and De Beers. This has been underpinned by the resilience and commitment of its workforce. The Debswana story is one marked by a careful stewardship, wise investment, and shared prosperity by all stakeholders. Debswana is motivated by its vision of becoming a global benchmark diamond business and is regarded as one of the world's leading diamond producers by value. It currently operates 4 operations: Orapa and Damtsha mines, the Letlhakane mine tailings treatment plant, and Jwaneng mine. Recovered diamonds are sold to the Diamond Trading Company Botswana in Gaborone, one of the world's most sophisticated rough diamond sorting and valuing facilities. After this stage, the diamonds are sold to the De Beers Global Sightholder Sales for aggregation and to the wholly government-owned Okavango Diamond Company, ODC. The diamonds are then sold to the world's leading diamond tears, known as sightholders, to be cut and polished before being sold to jewelry manufacturers both locally and abroad. Debswana is the largest employer in Botswana after the government, with over 5,500 employees and 6,000 contractors. The company recognizes that having a more diverse and inclusive workforce is not only the right thing to do, but also a business imperative. Debswana is guided by the Social Way framework, which establishes social performance principles by delivering a lasting positive contribution to communities, managing risks and impacts. Debswana's vision and values underpin the way it operates. They guide the way it deals with its people and its stakeholders, empowering the company to make life brilliant and turn diamond dreams into reality. One of the company's core values is to conduct business in a manner that upholds the safety and health of its employees, visitors, and contractors, and minimize impact on the environment. Debswana's environmental and safety systems conform to the highest international standards. The game parks surrounding its larger operations are well stocked and protected and are used as popular recreational destinations and for environmental education. Through the significant contribution of Debswana, Botswana is now regarded as a modern economic success story, a country with modest beginnings that has transformed itself into a rapidly developing upper-middle income economy. Even though diamonds are finite, Debswana remains a beacon of hope for Botswana and will continue to be such for the foreseeable future. Debswana, mining diamonds, enriching the nation.
Welcome back. We're still with the Thabo of Live Hub. Before we went for a break, you mentioned an issue of market access. Where do you sell your products?
As at current, we actually sell our products from our warehouse. Like I said, we are located in Block 3 Industrial, just next to Cefalan, between Cefalan and Oriental Plaza. So we sell all our products here. We do have clients who come to the warehouse and buy whatever that they need. We do have clients that place orders either via email, telephonically, and then we do actually distribute. We have been able, through this year that we've been in existence, we've been able to distribute as far as your Shakawe, your Francistown, or we've been able to reach places as far as your Shakawe, your Francistown, your Zabong. How we get our products out there, there are actually two modes that we use, either through courier services or we place them on the bus, depending on what the client is actually comfortable with. And then another thing in terms of market access, we have been trying by all means to participate in other expos. Like so far this year, we've been able to participate in the Consumer Fair. We have been able to participate in the Global Expo. And then besides that, we now do have people that act as distributors on our behalf. These are people that come, buy stock in bulk, and then resell it in their respective areas. Like currently, we have someone who actually does that. They buy on a monthly basis bulk stock here, and then sell it in Joining. We have someone in Francistown as well. So exploring to have other people in places like your Maung and other faraway places.
Okay, I just want to understand, so you don't have your products in any retail stores locally?
As at current, we do not have any products in any retail store, like I said, because of a number of factors. Okay. The first biggest one being the break-even, the demands, financial demands that come with having to place your stock in the shelves, and also because of the compliance issues. So as at current, it's something that we are working on. But as at current, we do not have in any retail shop.
How do you market your products?
In terms of marketing our products, in terms of our marketing strategy, we have been trying to drive back into the digital marketing platforms. In terms of your social media and any other digital marketing platforms. And then besides driving the product in the digital marketing space, we have, like I said, we have also been participating in other shows or fairs like your Global Expo, your Consumer Fair. We've participated in one show, I think it was in Malepolole. We've participated in the past Nurses Day. We've participated in the past Nurses Conference. So we have actually been trying to go to places where you'll find people gathering, obviously to try leverage on the numbers that are there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your line of business has a lot of players, especially well-established ones.
Yes.
How do you beat them? How do you beat your competition?
It's been a bit difficult because what actually helped us is getting to understand our target market. You know, so after understanding our target market, we have been trying to, if you look at our branding, trying to make our products in terms of the branding aspect, make it look more attractive. Besides that, there's the issue around quality. So one thing that I can tell you about the business that we are in, which we learned later with time, is that quality is expensive. For you to get a proper quality product, it's quite expensive to get such. So that's one thing that we've been trying to say, look, as expensive as it is, let's not compromise on that. Two, let's get to know our target market and know where they are, package such that it will be attractive to them, and make sure we actually follow them where they are.
Okay. So do you have any diversification plans?
We actually do have diversification plans. As we speak right now, we do have a scheduled trip to Zimbabwe, quite interestingly. So from the Global Expo, we met one potential partner that side that are actually interested in getting our product across the border. So they are interested in us having to manufacture here, put it in gallons, transport it to Zimbabwe, and then when they get there, they repackage. Mainly because of one, if you look at by population, the size of population that they have, or scale of quantities and all that, and also because of the demand that side. That is one plan. Our plan is in the next 5 years, we should be multinational. That is one. Two, we've taken another quite, I would say, interesting approach. If you get to lift up of all the 7 employees that I told you about, all of them are actually literally fresh graduates. We've made a decision that we're not going to be hiring or bringing people with experience. We're actually going to go for those that are fresh in the streets, which is another plan to say, let's leverage on the hunger and also make sure that as we grow, they actually grow the business, they themselves as well.
Okay. You're already making big moves clearly. So I'm concerned, earlier on you raised an issue of production that you're not automated. How are you going to make sure that you meet that demand? Zim is a big population.
Yes. Like I said, we have a trip next week. Obviously, those are some of the factors that we are going to be discussing, because truth of the matter is it's not necessarily quite expensive to get the machinery that we need. But as I said, obviously it needs money, which we currently do not have. So the first to discuss it's the quantities that they're going to be needing, and then work on building on top of that. And then the more that they procure, the more monies that come, and then we'll be able to automate the plant.
So what's your production capacity at the moment?
As at current, if you look at the pot that we use, it has the capacity to produce around 5,000 liters per single batch. But as for us, on a month-to-month, I would say we produce roughly around 2.5 to 3,000 liters per month.
Per month?
Yes.
Okay, for the whole products?
For the whole products.
Okay.
But it has actually a capacity to produce just a single product, single batch of 5,000 liters. It's a 5,000 liter pot.
Okay, maybe take us through your I understand you have, I can see that you have like 5 liters, or maybe take us to the quantities of your products. Which ones do you produce?
Okay, so in terms of the packaging, like I said, our target is domestic and industrial market. So from domestic market, we start with packages as small as, I think it's around 350 ml, where you have your hand soap. We have your 750 mls, we have your 5 liters. And then from there, we have your 20 liters, we have your 25 liters. And then, like I say, for customers that want big quantities, especially those that are going to repackage, we can actually give it to you on a 1,000 liter bucket or gallon. Yeah.
You have the capacity?
We do have that capacity.
Okay, interesting. So we're going for a quick commercial break. When you come back, we'll continue our conversation.
The Botswana story is one of transformation, the beating heart behind Botswana's evolution. More than a diamond mining company, it epitomizes exploration, innovation, and excellence. Every year, it pioneers responsible resource management, technological progress, and community upliftment, shaping our future. Botswana unearths opportunities, enabling education and livelihoods. Its legacy illuminates our horizons, guiding every Motswana towards a better tomorrow. Botswana, building a brighter future for Botswana, beyond diamonds.
Welcome back. Before we went for the break, we were still talking about your products. Maybe take us through your product line. What do you produce?
Okay. In terms of our product line, I'll say one, we have the anchor product, which is the product that we've been pushing a lot. The first one being the dishwasher. So in terms of the dishwasher, like I said, we produce it both for domestic and industrial space. So for the dishwasher, we have it packaged in 750 ml. We have it packaged in 5 liters. We have it packaged in 20 liters and 25 liters. So currently the dishwasher has actually been, I'll say, the biggest hit in terms of both the domestic market and the industrial market. Currently, obviously I can't mention those names here, but we do have big hotels that we do supply with this dishwasher. We do have restaurants that we do supply with this dishwasher. And then we actually do have individuals. Quite interestingly, it has been a big hit in terms of the guys that have allergies, you know, that can't use some of the products that have been predominant in the retail market. So that's where it has been pushing big numbers. And then besides that, we also do have what you call ammoniated cream, which goes hand in hand with the dishwasher. Also, we produce it mostly for home use and obviously your restaurant. The packaging is similar. We have it in 750, 5 liters, 20 liters and 25 liters. We have another quite interesting product which is fairly new. I think it's been about 3-4 months we've been producing it, which is the fabric softener, which also has been a big hit in terms of, especially in the hospitality space. The fabric softener is only packaged in 5, 20 and 25 liters. We do have your hand soap which is packaged in your 350 ml, 5 liters, 20 and 25 liters. We do have pan gel. Initially when we started, we packaged it in your 2.5 liters, 5 liters, but currently you only find it in your 5 liters, 20 liters and 25 liters. Obviously 2.5, the margins there were a bit tricky. We do have your tile cleaner, which is mostly packaged in 5, 20 and 25 liters. We do have your bleach, which is packaged also in 5, 20 and 25. And quite interestingly, with bleach we have 2 different types. We have your thick bleach and your light bleach. So your light bleach is mostly used in the domestic space, and then your thick bleach is mostly used in the industrial space, especially where you have a lot of, or where you use industrial machines, because it's a bit strong. We also do have your window cleaner, which is in 5 liters, 20 liters and 25 liters. So those are some of the products. As you see behind me, we do have your another heat product in Gaborone, the car shampoo. Car shampoo is mostly produced in 5 and 20 liters.
Okay.
Yes.
Earlier on, you mentioned that you do have like strategic partnerships with individuals, especially you mentioned Johnny and Francisca.
Yes.
So what are the requirements for someone to do a business like that with you?
Okay, so it's a strategy that we came up with, quite risky some say, but it's something that we are happy to do. So what happens is we have partnerships, especially with unemployed youth. So what happens is you don't necessarily need to have cash up front. You just walk into our office, obviously from the conversation and screening, whatever screening process that we're going to put in place. You're going to come and probably say, look, I want to sell dishwasher. 750 specifically. So if we say we sell dishwasher 750 at about 20 bucks, we probably are going to give it to you at around 15 or whatever amount that we are going to negotiate. And then we agree you're going to sell it at our market rate. So from per product, you're going to leave the office knowing how much profit you're going to make from it. And then we give you the first stock you're going to sell. After you sell your first stock, you're going to make your profit. Come, pay us, get another stock. So we have people, like I said, already, which is happening in Johnny. We have someone in Johnny. So this person, what happens is they get bulk stock. After they get bulk stock, they also have redistributors in Johnny, which also now speaks to the scale of quantity. So the more the stock you get, the more the profit you're going to make. So the whole point is, 1, for us to be able to empower the unemployed. 2, for us to be able to leverage on that free skill that is lingering in the streets that is not being utilized. So which is something that we definitely would need, probably I'll say, support from the government or the Ministry of Youth and any other government entities on helping us to push and restructure it properly.
Okay. I have to ask you this. Are your products authorized by the relevant authorities like BOPS?
Our products, I'll say they are authorized. Because 1, we do have all the relevant and required licenses. We do have all the relevant and required clearances from your Minister of Health to your City Council. And then in terms of the products, as I said, we have POPs. With POPs, not all products, I will say, are registered, but that does not mean they're not legit and are not supposed to be in the market. They are supposed to be registered, but obviously, ultimately, we'll get there. The biggest challenge that we have had has been the cost issue. Like I said, we've been into this thing in a year. For us to get all our products registered, we need roughly around 80,000 bucks, which obviously is not easy to get. But ultimately, we get all our products registered.
Okay. What keeps you motivated as an entrepreneur?
What keeps me motivated as an entrepreneur, obviously, is it's seeing impact that I make in terms of the community that I work with, the community that helps me drive whatever initiative that I have. Like I said, if you look at all the stuff that we have in Live Hub, all of them are fresh graduates. And then there's also this strategy that I've just been telling you about, where we target the unemployed youth. Just having to make that difference and having to see them change their lives is what actually drives me every day.
Okay. Any final words to aspiring entrepreneurs?
My final words to aspiring entrepreneurs will be, don't give up. The road is not easy as some think, but all you have is the will, the power. Keep pushing. Eventually we'll get to our promised land, because at the end of the day, the fact that you thought of it, that means there's something about you. And obviously there are those that actually are banking on you to get it off the ground, so that they can also get their futures off the ground.
Okay. Thank you so much for having time for us.
Thank you very much for having me.
You've heard it from the man himself. Opportunities are endless out there. From me and my team, until next time.
Diamonds. The word alone evokes potent symbolism. From the unimaginable power of the forces that create these precious stones, to their unparalleled strength and durability, to their indelible association with the most powerful human emotion, love. Born billions of years ago, diamonds have captivated our imagination throughout human history. Botswana, in particular, has a special place in its heart for this magical stone. Diamonds have assisted its transformation from one of the least developed countries in the world to a glittering success story.
The future of the country looked very bleak before the discovery of diamonds. It was so bleak that some people asked whether we were brave or foolish to want to be independent.
New capital, Gaborone, the national flag is unfurled amidst much enthusiasm. Good luck, Botswana. Our best wishes go with you.
The birth of Botswana's diamond dream, sparked by the discovery of the Orapa pipe by De Beers geologists, came shortly after the country's independence. The second major find by the De Beers prospecting team, Zwaneng Mine, propelled Botswana to becoming the world's leading diamond producer by value. Botswana is the largest private sector employer in the country, and its revenues have played a major role in building Botswana's infrastructure, health, and education sectors. Botswana's contribution to Botswana's economy over the past 5 decades has been significant. It is the major contributor to the national economy, contributing 33% to GDP, 70% to export earnings, and 32% to government revenue. Botswana's long-term focus on the sustainability of its business will maintain the lives of its operations and the communities around which they operate for many years to come. Botswana, mining diamonds and enriching the nation for 50 years.